Hi everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome back to another Minecraft episode on the AlphaCraft server. Back in front of the post office again today. We've got a bit of work to do on this today. I'm hoping to get it working, which would be fantastic, won't it? Be ideal, as they say. What I need to do now then is I've got to go and pop to Piggy's shop. He's very kindly stocked up his shop with chests. I could have made the chests myself, no doubt, but this is going to save me a little bit of time. So we'll pop upstairs to Piggy's shop and grab some chests. I do love this shop. I don't know why these guys are there like that. I mean, these are pigmen that came in before Christmas, and they've come in here and they've stood up on top of the thing near the pigs. I don't know whether he can get out because of the fences or what, but looks like he's starting to go to the loo, doesn't it? Anyway, they're stuck there. Mending. Oh, mending. Mending for 4? Hang on, how much are your chests first? Chests, 1 diamond for 32, so I'll have 2 of those. So that should be enough chests, and then mending for 4. If KB's watching, KB, mending for 4. One of them. One of them. One of them. I'm all mended up. Which is ideal. That's good news, isn't it? What else is happening here? Nothing really, has it? No. Has Biz not done your shop yet, Biz mate? Anywho. Right, so what, where was I? So what I need to do first then is stick the chests in. I need to stick a line of chests in along the top. The input chests. A line of chests down there. They're temporary blocks, they are. A line of chests down there. And they're going to be these safety security deposit chests where everything is stored so that people can't see them from the front. What I need to do then, I've stuck in, what have I done since you were last with me? I don't know whether I've shown you anything since you were last with me. I have put in the sorter. That's what I've done. So I've put in the sorting system now. It's a basic bog standard sorting system. So your input token is going to go down here. Oh, my head. Yeah, your input token is going to go. Oh, this is no good, is it, Frills? Your input token is going to go down here until it gets above the hopper underneath. It's got exactly the same token in it, and then it's going to fall through and it's going to activate that system there, which is going to activate your T flip-flop, which is going to unpower the block at the top that is locking your chest at the back, and then obviously all of the stuff that's in your chest will flow out of your chest and come down that hopper chain that's there. Let me show you instead of pointing. It'll come down this hopper chain here, by there, round there, down there, into there, and then via a very simple clock, redstone clock, that one there, the observer clock, it's going to get shot up into an output chest that's at the top. Now that will only work as long as that is turned on. Yeah. But that can't be turned on all the time, because if it was, the next time you put stuff in at the top, it would flow straight through and come straight out again. So I need to put a timer on it. So this will only stay active. It will only stay unlocked for a certain amount of time. Now, because... Oh, I'm not going to bore you. I was going to start trying to explain it, but I'm not. So let's just... Suffice to say, I need to put a timer on it. Once I've put the timer on it, I can then explain a little bit more about what it's done. Brilliant. So I've got all that stuff in. I've got the timer in. I've got my block in there. Have I? I've got my block in there, and I've got... I don't know, 30 or so 30 or so blocks in here, or 48 blocks in here. That's going to be the timer, and primarily that's got a couple of jobs. Primarily it's going to lock this hopper, which means that once you've put your token into the system, nobody else is going to be able to put their token in until all of your stuff has come out. Otherwise, if you've got a lot of, I mean, these are double chests. If you've got a double chest full, and really you shouldn't be using this to give chests full of stuff to people on the server. It's a mailbox. It's not, you know, mass storage. But if you did have a couple of stacks of stuff in there, it's obviously going to take time to flow through the system and get up here into your output chest. And while that's happening, you don't want somebody else coming along throwing in their token, because that'll jam up the system. So this timer is going to keep this chest locked until all of your stuff comes out. There's another failsafe that's going to be built in anyway, just in case you have got an awful lot of stock in there. But primarily, if you've only got 2 or 3 items in there, this should work just fine. So it locks that hopper. It also turns on those lights so that you know the system is working. When those lights are working, it means the system's in operation, and don't go throwing your tokens in there. So to do that, I'm going to need a comparator reading a signal off of here. Like that. So when that item is in there, it's going to give off a signal, and that signal is going to be picked up by the comparator, which is going to turn on that torch, which is going to turn off that torch, which then needs to put a signal into, oh dear, I'm tutorial mode again. Redstone repeater, bit of dust. Never got the right things in my hotbar. Do you find that when you're building stuff? Everything you need is never in your hotbar. That there, that there. That there. I think that's right. And then we're going to need a block there. So coming off the side of that now, we want a repeater. So when this is activated, when that torch is on, it's going to lock that bottom repeater. And now we just need to put, I can put a block on there. That's not going to break anything by putting a block on the observer there. Actually, I don't need a block there, but I'm going to leave it there anyway. And if we have that running into a torch, and then have some blocks running across there, get an upside down slab, that way you can still access the chests, but I can put redstone on top of it, and then put a block there. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're nearly there. Block there. Actually, I don't think this is right, because that shouldn't be on. Okay, going to need to do a bit of playing, aren't I? Because it's clearly not working. But that's an easy fix. I'm sure it is. It's got to be an easy fix. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit more redstone in here, because I know a lot of you guys like it. A lot of you guys don't like it. But anyway, yeah, I'll stick a bit more in there, and then we'll have a chat about it. Okay, I've stuck some lights in the back now to lighten it up a little bit. This is because of my shader pack. Really, if you're into everybody else using the default shader pack, won't have this problem, but it is quite dark in here because of that. And so I put some lights behind the back of the chests. Now I put them directly behind the back of the chest, but I didn't like the look of it. It sort of shone through, and if I'm being honest, I'm not mad keen on that either, but it's better than it being dark. So I'm happy with that, happy enough with that. I had forgot to put a torch up there, which is why the lights were on when they shouldn't have been. So I've corrected that. Now what I need to do is I need to put in a mechanism that stops the system from working if there's still something in the output chest. And primarily that's for if you come along and you stick your token in and you open the output chest and you take out whatever's in your chest and you walk off, but there's still something coming through in the system. There could be something left, or you just completely forget and you walk off and leave your stuff in the output chests. If somebody else comes along and puts their token in the system, they'll get all of their stuff out, but your stuff's already still in there, obviously. So they'll get your stuff and theirs. So to stop that from happening, I'm just going to have a lock on this chest. So if there's ever anything in the output chest, the lights will be on and the system won't work because you'll know that there's something in there, and then you can either take it out and steal it or take it out and give it to its rightful owners. I'm guessing most people are going to take it out and give it to the rightful owners, but hey, that's just me. So we want a comparator there like that. So now when there's something in that chest, those lights come on and you know that there's something in the chest. Perfect. I've also stuck in down the bottom. I think I showed you this the last time. If I didn't, then I'll show you now. If I did, then soz. This here, this little mechanism here, is a system that's going to reset the system. So you put your token in, you've powered the T flip-flop there to unlock your chest. All of the items are then going to flow through. Once they've all flown through and gone up to the output chests, that the repeater there, the comparator there will unpower, which will drag this block back, which will fire a pulse all the way down that line. And this is another reason why you can only have 15 of these in a line, because of that redstone line there. That comparator will fire the redstone line, resetting all of the T flip-flops, so it's ready for the next person to put their token in. Now what I need to do, very boring this little bit is, stop yawning. What I need to do now is put filler blocks in all of these hoppers. All of those hoppers there. At the moment there's nothing in them, so if your token comes along it's just going to fall in the first hopper. So I need to stick in, I think it's 22 filler blocks, but I don't just want to stick any old thing in there, because if I stick a dirt block in there and somebody puts a dirt block in the top and it goes into the system, it's just going to mess it all up. So I need to rename these as some kind of filler block, but I can't tell you what that's going to be, because if I did, somebody could come along and break it. So I'm just going to rename a load of dirt a random name, but I'm not going to show you what it is. Okay, so I've got that in. Now what we need to do is allocate the tokens. Now we're going to need 2 tokens. We're going to need 3. I closed my eyes and I was thinking, concentrating really hard. We're going to need 3 tokens. We're going to need 1 token for the player. We're going to need another token that goes in the top of the sorter. It goes in, let me go around here. It goes in there with the filler blocks in that gap there. And then we're going to need another one that goes in there, because that gets locked. When the token goes through, it unpowers it, but it locks it again before the token flows out. And I've not been able to mess about with the timings enough so that the token goes through. So we'll need a token in there, we'll need a token in there, and then we'll need a token with the player. And that works just fine. So what I need to do now then is start making some tokens. Now eventually, because of the security issue, everybody's going to have to create their own token, or create their own 3 tokens and give them to me. So they're going to be the only people that know. If I just make an Avo mail token and a Biz mail token and a Dibs mail token, they're going to be pretty easy to replicate. So I'll do them to start with, just to make sure the system works, but ultimately each one of the alphas is just going to have to give me 3 security keys. Now these can be an item, they don't have to be a letter, they can be an item if they want, or a banner, or whatever. But anyway, for the time being, I think we're going to use, let me put in, I'll use me to start with. Frills mail token. I will change this. Token frills token. So if we call that frills mail token and stick in, these are going to be in alphabetical order as well, by the way. So we'll have 1 there, and then we can have 1 there, and then I'll have 1 for myself. See if this works. To be ideal one if it works first time. Let's put 19 bits of cobblestone in my chest. Light comes on to tell me I've got cobblestone, or I've got something in there. So I'm going to come along. Now this is a trap chest. I've used a trap chest here because if you accidentally put in, I don't know, a block, instead of your mail token, you don't want that going through the system. So the trap chest stops it from going and you can rectify your mistake. So if I put my mail token in there now, that should go through the system. And all of my mail, i.e. the cobblestone that's in there, should now start flowing back. Oh, why is it not flowing back? Oh, I was so confident that was going to work then. Okay, a bit more testing needs to be done. Why didn't that come out? Why didn't you come out of there? Why didn't you unpower? Why didn't you unpower? Oh, my ankles. That's what it is. I forgot to put these blocks in here for the T flip-flop to work. So it's never going to work if I don't put anything in there. Let's stick a block of dirt in there. It doesn't matter what it is. Alright, so I've got a block in there. Let's give that another go. Pretend that never happened. Okay, so here we are, it's all finished and everything, and there's my mail token, which at least that came back out again. So if I put my mail token in there now, goes into the system. Hey, and out comes my mail. And once all my mail's out, I hope all my mail's out, the system gets reset. That is superb. Science. All gone. None in there. None in there. I think we've just had a reasonably successful test. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Indeedy. So I'm dead pleased about that. Really am, actually. Really dead pleased. Oh, that pleased I can't fly. Or walk in a straight line. How do I get out of here? Oh yeah, up there. Superb. So now what I need to do then is make up some temporary tokens and probably stick some signs above everything. I'm going to put these in alphabetical order so none of the alphas can start bleating about why aren't I first? Why am I not before him? Why am I not before her? They don't do that, but anyway, I thought I'd just over dramatise it a little bit. So when you come back, we'll have some names on there and the system should be fully operational. So that's it. Hallelujah. Woohoo. And all the other kinds of noises I'm going to make. We've now got the blocks are in, the filler blocks are in, all of the little start and stop blocks are in for the T flip-flop under there and everything else. Everything should be in. So now we've just got to give it a go. Now, one of the reasons, I'm sure I've given you half a dozen reasons for that timer, but another reason for that timer is that when stuff is flowing out of the chest, if it's all the way back here in Wild's box, if it flows all the way down there, by the time it gets to about here, without the timer, the system will be unset and it will stop working. So that's what the timer's in there for. Anyway, if I test it right at the very end, the furthest box away, if it works here, it's going to work all the way through. So I'm going to stick 10 oak stairs, dark oak stairs in Wild's mailbox like that. Once they've all gone through to the back, perfectly safe. You can't look through and get to them, so you can't go doing any of that. Now if we go to the input box here and put in Wild 1's token, light comes on to see if the system is active. You'll hear a click. That's the T flip-flop activating, which has unlocked Wild's box at the back. When her box is emptied, the light goes off. You heard another click, which reset the system. And all of Wild's mail, including her token, is in the output box. That is amazing. Actually, that is really fantastic. I love it. I love it. Right, so what am I going to do now? I'm going to put a sign up there saying in and out, or mail and deposit, or token, and I'll think of something. I'm buzzing. I can't say that at the moment. And then I suppose I'll let all the alphas know that they've got mail. If I stick mail in everybody's box, you've got, congratulations, you've got mail. Congratulations, you've got mail. Congratulations, you've got mail. So I'm going to do this. You don't want to see me doing this. I'll put a little note in everybody's box, and then I'll start handing out the tokens. Superb. We've got a mail system. Well, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with that. It seems to be working fine. Now all I need to do is get a couple of alphas over here to give it a bit of a test. But I can do that later. Don't have to do that just now. What I want to do now, you may have seen a couple of days ago, a week or so ago, my ice shop, Frill's Frozen Shop, acquired quite a few temporary staff. And obviously I had to do some firing, which I don't like doing. I don't like firing people. Anyway, we all know who did it, so I need to get him back. And I've been thinking long and hard about this, and to be honest, I think the old ones are probably the best ones. So what I'm going to do now is run back over to the mansion. I'm just going to get myself loads of eggs, and I'm going to set up some kind of system in Dibz's shop, Dibz's ice shop, and he's going to have himself a load of extra staff. Only his staff aren't going to look like snowmen. They're going to look like chickens. Okay, so I've made it back to Dibs' shop. I've been in my shop and I've still had no sales. Either Dibs is getting all the sales because he's the closest shop, or nobody's buying ice at the moment, apart from Sea Love, who's gone off to mine his own. But we won't talk about that. So what I'm going to do then, I've put a gate in to stop these bad boys from getting out. I've also messed with his... I've messed with his doorbell as well, which is going to infuriate him, I think. But listen. Little things. What I've done, you might notice as well, I've ripped out the floor and I've put in a dispenser. I've put in a little couple of droppers and a dispenser there. I'm going to cover that with some snow, and I'm hoping that the eggs are still going to come through that when the chickens lay them, because I'm going to throw a load of chickens in here to start with, a load of eggs. Why did you die? Why did you die? Why? Alright, don't throw it at snow then, I guess. Moral of the story. Soz. Oh, how are you getting out? You're not supposed to be able to get out. Oh, that's not good then, is it? And now you got in my shop, you little... Okay, let's get rid of that. Can't put... I'm going to have to put some wool there, aren't I? Look at that, they're all getting out. Pretend this never happened. Why are you all getting out? Why? I'm going to have to kill you now, you know that, don't you, actually? Could I need to get some... Let me show you what I've done down the bottom before I go mental. So I've just got a little hopper... a little hopper clock on here. When eggs go into here, they'll activate this system. I'm really upset now about those chickens running about. I'm going to have to get them. The eggs go down here, get fired out. Anyway, I need to get some chickens in there, which is why I've left this open for the time being. I need... Where have you gone? Chickens everywhere. Come here. Why can't I hit... What? 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 Stop judging me. Right, so you can't get out of there, which is perfect. Don't know why you're trying though. Why are you trying to get out of there? Why are you suffocating in blocks? Stupid chickens. I feel like chicken tonight. Like chicken tonight. Right, we've got that in there. That's a good start, isn't it? I need to get some chickens in here now. I've got loads of eggs. I should have enough eggs. So if I stick a couple of blocks down there, stick one... Oh, sorry JJ. This is JJ's shop, by the way, but he's done nothing with it, so I'm sure he's not that worried about it. And if I lob some chickens in there... Okay, I think we've got enough in there now. I'm just going to throw the last lot. I don't know why you're all trying to get out. Does look pretty cool though, doesn't it? Fabulous. So anyway, Frilioth's Frosty Shop is open for business. Dibz Vanilla Ice is full of chickens. Not great. So I thought we'd end the episode where we started it, back in the post office under spawn. So I've done a little bit of work on it. I've ripped up the floor and I've put down some glowstone. There, and there. Covered it with red carpet again to match upstairs. So that's looking kind of nice. I've put some beams in the ceiling and I've put in some end rods which look like fluorescent lighting. The kind of thing you'll get in a post office anyway. Counters at the sides. Got a book, an instruction book, showing people how to post and retrieve their mail. It is reasonably straightforward, and I will do a couple of demos for people if they ask me to, but it is pretty straightforward to do. I've still got to hand out the tokens, but I've not done that yet. I've decided I'm going to put people's heads above the mailboxes as well, because I think that looks kind of cool. Now JJ's and Wild's heads were easy to get. I mean, you can't walk around this place without falling over one of their heads. They are everywhere. And Dramer was kind enough to bring one of her heads over for me and put it up there. So that's fantastic. Thank you, Dramer. However, Stina has still yet to die. Now Biz has got me Stina's head, and he's assured me that nobody was harmed in the making of this head. I'm not quite so sure about that, but thank you for that, Biz, for getting me the head. So this is now working. So Alpha Male is up and running. So we'll call it a day for today, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Frilioth, outside the post office, and I'm out of here.